What's up, guys? Andres here with another video for you guys. Now we're going to do a quick summary of the Perlibus Connect conference that they had at G-Star, going over their new releases or their new upcoming games. We actually have no release dates for anything except Shadow Arena. Does have a closed beta next week as its first wave. If you were able to register in the past, you would be able to get a sort of notice whether or not you got into the next week's closed beta. I know in the email I got, there was note that there were going to be a couple more waves after this one. So if you didn't get in or you missed your chance, don't worry, you can go to the website to try and get into the next wave of the beta. Now, I'm just going to go over Shadow Arena stuff really quickly. Basically, we saw the trailer for it. There are basically 4 different classes: a warrior, a kunoichi, a witch, a sork, and I guess a 5th class berserker. I almost forgot about him. Those are the classes that are going to be playable from the start of Shadow Arena. It's a whole new different look of the arena itself. The same similar map, but they've added a couple tweaks here and there. Even to the mobs, you'll notice that they look a bit different. There's a boss fight at the end, but it's pretty much the same concept as the original Shadow Arena. And they're giving these classes actual hero names, so that you can choose them as sort of heroes. So for the warrior, it's Jordine. For the sorceress, it's Ahunkiris, and a bunch of other ones. Schultz, I think, for Berserker, which if you know a little bit about the lore of Medaya, it's pretty cool that that's the guy you're playing. So overall, looked good, to be honest. Pretty positive about what we saw with Shadow Arena. We know that's coming soon. It's set to release by the end of the year, so that's a good thing. In terms of the other games that they showed, DokeV was a children's looking MMO, and it originally was for mobile only, but now it seems like they're going to release it for console and PC at the same time, actually first before going to mobile. And that is basically a collectible sort of MMO that you can, I guess, collect different sort of monsters around the virtual world and have them fight different things and stuff. Seems cute. Probably not the what you're here for. So I'll move on to the Plan 8 trailer. That's a exosuit shooter MMO that Perlibus is developing at the moment. And we saw a trailer with some, I guess, gameplay. It looked good for the most part. There were some parts that obviously needed some polishing and work, but I still don't understand what the, I guess, general sense of the game is going to be. You were running away from what seemed to be like cybernetic animals, which is cool, but I don't know what else you would do. It looks interesting, but we don't really know much. They were even very vague, and they even said, probably with the details we're giving you, you're probably like, we don't know what we're talking about or what kind of genre. They're trying to redefine the shooter MMO genre, create a unique one. I understand it's probably difficult to show everything that they have right now, probably not too much. So probably within the next year or two, because it's still under development, we didn't really see any like hands-on stuff, which means it's really early. So we probably won't see this till 2021, at least, I would say. But it looked promising. It's using its new game engine. And finally, Crimson Desert. This is where we're going to go into it a little bit more in depth as much as we can, really, because we only really saw a trailer. We saw the lead producer talk about it a little bit, and essentially, from what I could tell, is it's a brand new game having nothing to do with Black Desert Online. It is not a sequel. It is not a prequel. It is basically a sort of fantasy-like medieval MMORPG with a very story-centric single-player campaign that you can go through as well. At least that's what they're telling us. So what we saw in the trailer, that's mainly stuff from the single-player campaign, from what it seems, because we didn't really see anything else that seemed to be sort of the typical MMORPG. At first, I actually thought it was probably going to be a single-player game, even though they touted as a MMORPG open world like BDO. But they did say that it does have a mode where apart from the single player experience, you have with the basic what they're known for, the exploration, the life skills, the action combat that BDO is known for. That is all there, and you also interact with other people, so PvP will be a thing. um yeah, so it basically, in essence, it is the next BDO, but not directly. It's just the next flagship MMO that is kind of like BDO, but pushing the boundaries of what we expect from BDO right now. It looked very good. It looked just um, uh, above and beyond what we have right now as in BDO, but we didn't really see anything else. I mean, I wasn't completely shocked and awed by the trailer. I thought it was very good. There were some really cool moments, and you do play different characters within the single player campaign and kind of flesh out their stories. One of the downsides about BDO is that its story is so sparse and not really cohesive. They are trying to remedy that with, I think, just in Korea, they received the Camasylvia quest revamp. So now there's more of a story centric thread throughout the Camasylvia region. They did that with Medaya, Calfian, Serendia. Eventually, I guess they'll do it with Valencia. So they're trying to kind of remedy the weakness that is the storytelling in the game. So here with Crimson Desert, it seems like they're really focusing on the single player campaign story, being really in depth with pretty good voice acting from what I could hear. It gave me sort of Skyrim-esque vibes with the atmosphere, the snowy mountains. That looked amazing. Uh, and yeah, as far as we know, that's pretty much all we're going to be shown until the next time we see more about Crimson Desert, which we don't know when that's actually going to be. From the fact that we don't have any sort of release date, the fact that we don't have an alpha announcement or even a sort of hands-on demo at G Star, as far as I know, we're probably going to be looking at optimistically late next year as a release for this game, or at least a beta. More probably going to be 2021 for Crimson Desert. Now, this puts PDO players in a bit of an awkward situation because we know that it's essentially the successor to BDO. And if you're a BDO player, some people don't really want to then continue investing time for something that eventually is going to go away. We know obviously that BDO won't just stop being supported when Crimson Desert comes out. It's a separate team, but it will be sort of like, imagine like Destiny, for example. Destiny 2 comes out, you're going to be playing Destiny 2 because everyone's going to be playing Destiny 2. If you stick with playing Destiny 1, it's kind of like, I don't know. With BDO, it's a bit different, obviously, because you have invested not just time sometimes, but also money, and there's a lot of years that people have invested into this game. So it's a peculiar situation for console players. I think you don't have to worry too much because 2 years is a long time. You'll be playing BDO for 2 years. Oh, Crimson Desert is also coming out for console and PC at launch. It seems like they're also doing that for Plan 8 as well. They're really focused on getting both PC and console releases at the same time. That's a very good thing for players who just stick to console. They've been able to, through hard work with Pearl Abyss and Microsoft, I remember the partnership in the beginning, and now they're tweaking console, Black Desert on console, and getting it more polished. Week by week, it seems that by the time that they're getting all these games out, they'll be able to support both console and PC. I don't know if that means crossplay. I doubt it, especially just because might work actually, but I still am not convinced about the action combat on console being on par with PC, but that's just me. They are doing some things on PC that seem to me to indicate that they want to have some sort of console parity at the expense of flexibility on the PC side. But we don't know. Those changes actually haven't gone live yet. So it might be that they're still thinking about that. And I guess that's pretty much it. Not much else to talk about. I have the trailers running on loop. They have no official links yet for the trailers. So I'll just have the trailer for Crimson Desert at the end by itself, if the recording didn't go wrong, hopefully. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Crimson Desert specifically. Are you excited? I mean, it looked pretty good. What do you think about the trailer? Did it give you kind of Skyrim vibes? A little bit of God of War for me as well. Yeah, let me know. Are you excited for that Plan 8 game? It looks kind of confusing as to what it really is, but yeah, it looks interesting at the very least. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you haven't subbed yet, please subscribe. Every sub counts as we continue to grow. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.
Only those who lived through the hunger, cold, and dangers of the wilderness may find a home in these lands. Call it the pride of a northerner. They came with their manners, rules, and ranks. I couldn't care less about the ways of you lowlanders.
At least the lands are still...
Up north, we have our own way of doing things.
Maybe he's to blame, maybe he ain't.
Young master, the lands here are cold and barren.
You can starve to death for all I care.
The north is full of dangers, whether you're a prince or a peasant. Whether man or beast, only the strong will survive.
Who cares if we die? How'd the lowlanders take over an empire?
Look at us. Beaten, shamed, and hunted.
Macduff! Eli!
Can you hear a word I said? You nearly died out there.
Macduff, you are our